What's up everyone? Yesterday I just made a crazy beat for BAK Jay. Today I'm gonna show you how I do my samples for BAK and how I do my drums for those beats. Let's get it. So the first thing I did, as you can see, is put the BPM to 135 because those beats are usually kind of slow, between 130 and 140. After that, I picked this instrument from Expand called Producer Brass. You can find it right here. Presets, Brass, 4th one. Sounds like this. It's the same thing over and over again, really repetitive. You can see here, I put this note just one up, it builds so much tension. You can listen. Builds really much tension, way better than if I would put it like here. So yeah, I always do that for the mixing. Mixing on like mostly all of the sounds is really similar. So I just put a bit of Valhalla vintage verb, color now, the mode is room, and just EQ'd it a bit. Next sound, I got this from Expand also, called Evil Frog. It's in the soft pads right here. And pattern looks like this. And here you can see again, I put those two notes really close to each other because it builds so much tension. I do that on really a lot of my melodies. Next thing, I just layered again, some sound. This right here. Called All Angels, another soft pad. So I just keep layering, you can see. After that, I put this piano from Keyscape. Turn the velocity all the way up. If you need some fire pianos, get Keyscape, the indie piano, stage piano, really cool plugins. This is what stage would sound like. It's also really hard. Switch back to indie. And then for the last sound, I picked this plug from Synology called AX Sitar 102. It's a plug, backslash stroke, but it sounds really like an FX sound. It really goes hard in the beat. And the same thing again. Same thing here, put the notes really close to each other so it builds that tension that we always need. And I forgot to show you the mixing on those, but yeah, with this pad right here. Again, vintage verb, EQ, vintage verb, EQ, vintage verb, EQ. And here I put a little Valhalla room so it sounds like it's in another room. This is with the room, this is without the plugin. So it just gives more detail to the sound. This is what the whole loop sounds together. Now let's go to the drums. So the drums is really hard, but it's like as how it sounds, but it's really easy to make. It's just this 808 pattern. It's a really hard 808. And at the end you could also put these up because it usually sounds good, but in this beat it didn't. Just put it up in the same key and it mostly sounds good. After that I add the snare. So for the counter snare, I made those, but I made the velocity go down because you can hear if I would put it to normal it would sound really bad. That's why I put it down. And for the last two right here, I panned them a bit so it goes from the right ear to the left ear. Also a nice detail you can always do. Then I add this cymbal, like this crash, I don't know what you want to call it. And here again play it with the velocity because it adds really much detail. After that, second last sound, this is open head. just the same thing again there. And then last thing is the hi-hat. For those beats, I don't do the normal like 2-step hi-hats. I just add a few to give it like more detail, but not on the whole thing, so it's not too full. And you have the velocity. Every hi-hat is the same velocity, just except these two a bit higher. And yeah, for my 808s, I usually do this. You can go into here, go on this knob, and you can boost them up here and put a bit more EQ in that, so it really goes way harder. After that, I put a soft clipper on my master with the default preset, so just soft clipper, that's it. For the EQ that I put on the master, I just look where's the highest sound. So here, it's around here. So I put this, you can see at the left top, I put this to around -2, -2.5. And then for the high end, I just put this knob up, so it has more high end in it. It sounds way more crispier. And the whole thing. Then for my vinyl off intro, so let me show it to you first. If you don't know how I did this, I can show you. So let me just delete it, just get some sounds again. Let me show you how I make this. So I got my melody here, I go into my master. I put a gross beat. Click 3 times or 2 times. Vinyl off right there. Mark this. Right click on the gross beat thing. Create an automation clip. Now you put it at the start. Turn it all the way down, except for when you want to have it. So it would be right here. Not like this, like this. And then you have vinyl off effect. And that's how I did it. Then I just marked all of those and consolidated them. And yeah, this is the whole beat for the outro. I just did the master, the volume on the master. Just make it fade out. Added my producer tag, and that's the whole beat. Yeah guys, and that's how I make my dark BAK Jay, that is drill type beats. If you want to see more, put it in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.